Hello. I feel like it's been a little while since I've read a live book, and I apologize for that. I hope you guys are enjoying these last few weeks of school. And I wanted to share a book that is just a fun, great perspective or story, thinking of a new perspective of things. And our dear Miss Amy gave me this book that I just love. And so I'd like to share it with you today. You may have heard it before. Maybe your teachers have read it, but this is The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywelt. Pictures by Oliver Jeffries. So I like to think about this a lot of little things like when I was a kid, I used to think that anything that was computerized or like my calculators or phones had little people inside and personalities. I love this thinking about things like crayons, that they could have personalities and what they might be thinking of things. So just imagining kind of a perspective of inanimate objects. We call this personification, right? For those of you studying different figurative literature, figurative writing, that having crayons with personalities and how they feel about what they're used for and what they're not used for, and what would happen if the crayons quit. So this is the day the crayons quit. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. Okay, can you tell which crayon this is? It's the red crayon. Hey, Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. Can you see how tired he is? I wonder if red is Duncan's favorite color. Oh, okay. Now, if you don't know, try to imagine what might the purple crayon be feeling. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizards hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. Oh, so Purple maybe is a little annoyed, right? That Duncan doesn't have the skills he thinks he has. Okay, now here, look at Beige. Beige looks real sad. Let's find out why Beige is sad. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I am neither. I am beige and I am proud. I am also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon. I don't know that I pull out the beige crayon for much. He's right. Okay, here's Mr. Gray. Duncan, Gray Crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are great, but that's a lot of space to color all by myself. And don't even get me started on your rhinos, your hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things? Such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, you know. So are tiny rocks, pebbles. How about one of those once in a while to give me a break? Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon. Okay, so Gray is tired of being used for such big things. Beige was sad that he's not getting used for anything exciting. Purple doesn't like being outside the lines. Whew. And there are a lot of needs in this box of crayons. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same color as the page you are using me on, white. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or to fill in empty space between other things. And it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, White Crayon. Here's a White Cat in the Snow by Duncan. So White's feeling a little left out, maybe. I don't know. Do you think maybe your teachers ever feel like this with every student coming up with a different concern or problem? Just made me think about that. Teachers, I feel like you can relate. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. Black's annoyed that he or she doesn't get used for more things. I like the black beach ball and black rainbow. Brings in some new pieces. Okay. So what do you think green's problem is going to be? Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for two reasons. One is to say that I like my workloads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write is for my friends, Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. So green is fine, but is the one telling the Duncan that yellow and orange don't get along. Ooh. Okay, here's yellow. And I see his old pal orange down there. I got to tell you, the yellow is real hard to read, so I'm going to have to hold it like this or like this. Let's see. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him that we are no longer speaking, and I can prove I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color in the sun on your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal and the true color of the sun, yellow. Dear Duncan. Guess who needs to tell their side of the story now? I see Yellow Crayon already has talked to you, the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I am clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday, you used me to color the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Orange, you glad I'm here? Haha. Your pal and the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon. What do you guys think? What's the real color of the sun? Who do you agree with? That's a hard one for Duncan to solve if he's used them both that way. Okay. What do you think that Mr. Blue's complaint or Mrs. Blue's complaint might be? Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year and the year before and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all those oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I am so short and stubby, I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. Do you see him down there? He is getting a little stubby. Duncan. Okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to color in her Little Princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now back to us. Could you please just use me sometime to color the occasional pink dinosaur or monster or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink. Hey, Duncan, it's me. Peach Crayon, why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and I'm too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help. Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. Look at Peach stuck in the box there. Well, poor Duncan, he just wanted to color. And of course, he wanted his crayons to be happy. And that gave him an idea. Hey, take a minute. Think about if you were Duncan, what would you do? Because it's really hard to make everybody happy all the time. And he's got so many crayons with so many different needs and concerns and wonderings and problems. And how does Duncan solve this? What would you do? You have a plan? Okay, let's see what Duncan does. You guys. What do you think? Was that kind of your plan too? When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring. I think he's used every single color. Look, he got a white cat or animal in at least. White's in Santa's beard. All over the place is pink gets used. There's a pink, what do you think that is? Dinosaur? Don't know. All kinds of things are used. There's yellow sky, an orange sun, an orange whale. I mean, Duncan has used everything. And an A for creativity. I loved how Duncan took everybody's worries and concerns and tried to come up with a solution that made everybody happy. Would you guys think of, please, maybe now this is a funny book, right? About crayons being upset, but let's maybe think about some times when everyone around is upset about something and how people solve those problems, and maybe how you could be creative and colorful and all the things and help solve some problems that other people might be feeling. Maybe give your teachers a big hug for solving them every day. Okay. Have a great day. Hope it's colorful.